Oh, g'day. This is NFL Straya. I'm your co-host, Jaymz Clements. I'm a guy. I am so fired up for the NBA to start tomorrow. It's ridiculous. It's just chaos. Also, my team's on top of the division. It's rad soupy. On the other side of this here screen, it is a bloke who is now Carson Wentz's biggest fan again. Sometimes singer in a band called The Ramshackle Army. He is my mate. He is your mate. He is Carson Wentz's best mate. It's Gaz. Gaz, what's going on?
Jim, it's what state's Gaz in at the moment besides the state of disrepair? And I'm in Brisbane today. Been running around Brisbane all day. Managed to catch some football, but yeah, I'm back in there. I don't feel so shit about the league anymore. Right? 2 weeks of being down in the doldrums, so now I'm feeling all right.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Jalen Hurts throwing moonballs solves everything. It's fantastic.
100%. That's it.
Still got a stupid hat. Hey, this is the NFL Straya Week 7 wrap show. We're going to wrap up a bunch of stuff. The cool thing is, like, DJ Mikey McD is probably going to get fired, like, literally as we're taping this or something. We're going to week 7 wrap stuff. We've got nahs, which is literally, I just want some answers to some nahs this week. It's literally who's good, which teams are good. I just want to know. We're 7 weeks in and no one knows. We'll do our weekly awards and then our week 8 pick show will be out there for Thursday. So that'll be fun. I think we managed to go dead even. I think we had 6 different this week and we managed to split them perfectly. So that was dumb. Anyway, so let's get into it, I guess. Episode 135 of NFL Straya. I think that's right. I've just probably lost count now that we're doing the 2 a week. But either way, let's go!
I've been broken.
Hey, we might all, die at some point. Who cares? Who cares about the game, you know? Well, I just don't want Tua to throw 10 interceptions next week. It's really disrespectful to ask if I'm going to get fired. Hey, this is DJ Mikey McD, a.k.a. Mike McDaniel, coach of the Miami Dolphins and soon to be co-host of NFL Straya. And you're listening to NFL Straya. All right, Gaz. I'll tell you what.
That sounded a bit like you got into something that you weren't sure how to get out of, Jim.
That's literally one of his press conferences. That he doesn't know how to get out of his own press conferences. He doesn't know how to get out of a sentence. I'm like, if you watch this sort of stuff and watch DJ Mikey McD at work, he is, spoiler alert, he's old mate, no mates. And there's no way you can convince me he's a leader of men, you know, in the traditional sense. I get that he's like a giant nerd, but at some point you're going to go, can you just not be just a weird loose unit who looks like a drowned cat on the sidelines in Cleveland? Like,
it's also things are going well when those guys, right? When those guys are going well, you're like, it's cute to have that guy on the sidelines. Look at that guy. Just give him a bit of a noogie, you'll be fine. And then when things are going not well, you're like, that's not the guy.
Yeah. You can't be wearing like short pants and those stupid glasses like in the wet under like a tarp in Cleveland. It was just, you look like an idiot, you dummy. Quit it. Yeah. Hey, anyway, let's dive into some NFL news from the week that was week 7. The tush push is dead because it has been thwarted. All it takes is getting a very large man to lay down. This was something I'm pretty sure we talked about last year. So I just want to like stack dudes like firewood in front of it and just go on. Just knock them over. Come on. And you got thwarted, Gaz. What's going on?
It didn't get thwarted. To be fair, it was never the perfect play, and it did generate I don't know whether that was the fault of the false start, but it did get called on a false start. But it also did work. And also, that had been tried. Like, the Chiefs tried it last year with having Chris Jones, I think, sideways. But also, when you're a little bit too high, your center of gravity is out, Jim. So they just they can't brace and they just push you over. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's I don't think that it is retired. It's not dead. It'll still be around until it's banned.
I
Anyway.
just I just want to see, like, I don't know, just find the biggest dude on your team and just lay him down in front of that thing and just see what happens. But sticking actually, weirdly enough, on the Eagles, it came out today that Brandon Graham's coming out of retirement for.
Yeah.
He's just like, all right, you guys are desperate. I'll come back. It's fine.
Yeah, they've been talked about for actually started the rumors mill started like kind of just before the Vikings game. It was like, it sounds like he's been talking about it because there's one thing Brandon Graham can't do, it's shut up. And BG's like talking like, yeah, fuck it, you guys are in a bit of a need, and we've still got Nolan Smith who's just he's an IR, and Zedarius retired on us, and we've got no pass rush to give. So, you know what? If we can link through to the bye, and then if Nolan comes back, and you just have BG, and if you've got this team who's like kind of not running on passion at the moment, if there's something that BG can come and do, it's be the mascot. Just 5, 10 plays a game. Just throw him down in there to chirp at people, and we'll be right. Fucking Super Bowl, here we come. Put our name on it. Jim, lock it in.
I love it. That's awesome. The Zedarius Smith retirement is still just like the funniest thing in the world. Like,
fucking yeah, not great.
It's like the opposite of quiet quitting. It's like loud quitting. It's like, actually, fuck this, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out. Thought that was rad. Other little bits and bobs of news. Dre Greenlaw got suspended, which is pretty funny. We had like a weird bunch of sort of like, I don't know, fracas throughout this week of football, which was actually, I should have said this at the top. This week's games were kind of psycho, and it was really fun. And then like we had the double header on Monday Night Football, and both those games were kind of just a bit janky and a bit shit, but there was so much weird entertaining stuff. I think the early ones, obviously sort of, there was 6 early games. There was the London game, which was just a shit pumping. Who cares? But the simple fact is, like, through those early 6 and then into the mid-morning ones for us, into what could have been a way better Sunday Night Football game, there was a lot of fun football played, and it was kind of like it was like the most, as I want to get to, the most perfect week 7 of all time. Like, that's just week 7 football. It's like you kind of expect a bunch of what's happening. There's a couple of little surprises, and Jayden Daniels is hurt. That's just what we get to, right? Like, this is where we're at. And of course, the Giants are busy shitting down their leg. There's just lots of fun stuff going on. And the NFC East, you just got to be sitting there going, how has this turned our way? This is unreal. This rocks. Because the Giants were almost the greatest football team of all time out of nowhere. And then the Broncos turned into the greatest football team of all time, who can score 33 points in a quarter, which we'll get to in the game wrap. But it was a chaos weekend. And I mean, you also had like a Carolina Jets game. It was one of the most horrible games you could ever possibly imagine. But I don't know. Like, it sort of leaves us at this awesome point of the season where, as we'll get to, which teams are good, which teams, like, it feels like there's I hate having to do the power rankings this week, basically. I'm like, how can I just put them all in the top tier of like,
there's a lot at 5 and 2, Jim. There's a lot sitting around that 5 and 2 mark.
Anyway, Jayden Daniels got hurt. So that was a bit weird. Not great. Got twisted up on. Mike Evans got hurt today as well. But Jayden Daniels one was pretty crazy, where they're like, saying it's a sprained knee, hammy. They're not entirely sure. The MRI is happening, happens. We'll see what happens from that. They don't want to update us on his availability for this week until later this week. So, okay. Thanks. That's
not great.
Luckily, I have Danny Dimes as my backup in fantasy. So that's all right.
Yeah.
And I think they play Tennessee this week, so he probably would have started anyway. Justin Fields got benched in that aforementioned game as well, about the Carolina Jets game, because it was horrible. And it felt about time.
Yeah.
Like, it hurts my heart. I've got a special spot in my heart for Juzzy Fields. But throw the ball. Like,
he just it's not been. Yeah.
To the guys, Gaz. To the
guys in your uniform, ideally.
Gino got benched this week. It was like, I don't know, a whole bunch of other ones.
And Young, speaking of the Panthers, Young's injured as well for a decent amount of time.
He was limping off, and they put the red rifle back in. It was good to see Andy
Yeah,
Dalton just looking all staunch and like the perfect combination of you and me,
yeah.
the classic, and looks great in the teal and black. I will say.
I think he's going to be starting against the Bills. I think they've already made it's Bills this week. I think they've already made the call.
Yep, wouldn't surprise me. Tyler Lockett asked to be released by the Titans, and they went, "Wait,
Sure.
you're on our team? Sick." Oh, okay. Shit. So, I don't know. Who needs a decent receiver who couldn't do a fucking thing on the Titans? I don't know. Is Tyler Lockett good? I just seemed fine in Seattle. Goes to Tennessee, just disappears, and I don't know. But Washington was starting like literally the three worst possible receivers I think you could start in an NFL game this week. Like the Bucks had Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka. Evans goes out. Egbuka's like carrying a hamstring strain anyway. Sort of played through it. Looked like it was okay-ish. Didn't quite have the burners we were used to. And I'm like, Tyler Lockett, there you go. Boom. Bucks. Washington, I don't know, but is he good? Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, as a third string, just in the slot now. I mean, just moving him around with Debo when Debo's back would be nice. Yeah, I nearly flipped picks. I fucking had too much faith in Washington against those Cowboys. I had too much faith, and I'm like, nah, fuck it. Even with like the local grocery bagger that they picked up on the way to the stadium as a wide receiver, I still trust Daniels against that Cowboys defense. It didn't work out well for me.
No, it didn't. Dre Greenlaw as well got suspended. I sort of mentioned that in passing. It was like after the game-winning kick from Will Lutz as well, which is
sportsmanlike. Yeah,
it's like got right up in the ref's face and shit. It was like very, very strange. But here we are. The other one, Max Crosby hurt his knee. Looks like he's going to be out for a little bit too. Made zero difference as Kansas City just pushed in their shit. So Bryce Huff got hurt as well, which is a bit of a rough one for him. He had a hammy. That's a pretty big injury, actually. But otherwise, the other last little one was Lamar is not back practicing yet. So the Ravens have somebody decent this week. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's in the thing. But he didn't play. He didn't practice in their first. They play Chicago at home this week.
There you go.
And, didn't practice yet. But I don't know. That might be them just going, we're just going to literally make you a game time decision, see how your hammy's doing, and away we go. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And the last one is the muscle hamster died. So a really crazy story about Doug Martin. You might remember him from fantasy drafts in the mid-tens. Love a bit of muscle hamster. But, his family came out. So he died in police, after being brought into police custody after like an alleged break-in, etc. His family released a statement saying essentially dealing with a bunch of mental health problems and stuff, had gone for had abandoned their house, had like been found 2 doors down or some shit, taken into police custody, and some shit obviously happened and paramedics were called, found unresponsive. Yeah, geez. Color me surprised. America and police.
38, was he?
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
Crazy young. Yeah. It sucks. That sucks. Yep. Jeez. Love the muscle hamster.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Let's get into some game raps. Game raps. Hey, remember back on Friday when we had 2 old blokes just getting into it like a couple of old pissed dipshits at the bar? Just like,
fucking awesome. And fucking awesome. Everyone's like, what do they call it? The icy hot bowl. But it was fucking awesome. It was great.
Cincy 33, Pittsburgh 31. Joe Flacco out of nowhere just goes, wait a minute. I have the best receiver in the bloody NFL on my team. I'll just throw him the ball every time. I think I dubbed this one battle after the other while going to the toilet 4 times a night. They made this into a movie. But Flacco ends up with 342 yards, 16 receptions for Jamar Chase, 161 yards and a touchdown. Higgins got in there as well. He almost had 100 himself with a touchdown. And the big thing that I took away from this is like they kept hitting these big balls over the top of Pittsburgh. And I said in the Friday preview video that we did last week, right, that you can throw on the Steelers. Like they give up, like I think the 6th most yards in the NFL in the air. Not as many touchdowns, but you can throw on them. And that's exactly what the Bengals did. And this was a weird one because it was at home. You've got Pittsburgh coming off a bye, and I fully expected the defense to be better, and it just wasn't that good. And then on offense, Rodgers looked good as well. They had, two Freiermuth touchdowns and shit, which is like Rodgers just going, oh, my binky, it's a big tight end. But they never broke off like the one big thing it felt like themselves, right? Like Freiermuth had a couple of big ones. DK never quite got going. And like in these weird little moments, they sort of had either DK on like a crossing route or their other gigantic tight end. What's his name? Darnell Washington. He's just massive, right? And they just never quite could put Cincy away. And Cincy just hung around, kept throwing stuff, kept bombing them, and were leading at the half and then just eked it out. It was a crazy game. Jalen Warren had like 127 yards, but Chase Brown had 108 yards. It's like suddenly they've just resurrected Chase Brown after a horrible start to the year. So it was a weirdly, wildly entertaining Friday morning, Thursday night football game.
Yeah, it was very, very strange. And obviously you've got the Tomlin quotes of I don't know what these fucking Browns guys are doing because fucking trading to a division rival who's needs quarterback help to get them through, right, until their starter comes back doesn't really make fucking sense to me. But fuck, Cincy, hey,
Flacco sure showed him.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, moving on. London, Rams 35, Jags 7. Yeesh. This is one where I'm like, all right, cool. I'll watch the highlights. Oh, well, that's done. It was just like, here's another Devontae Adams touchdown. So that was good. And I don't know. Is like becoming the first person to throw 5 touchdowns in the UK for Matt Stafford. Did they like knight him or some shit? Like Sir Bradman? Like, I don't know.
I was like, I thought when I saw the score and I saw the number of touchdowns, I'm like, fuck, this is going to be epic in terms of number of huge plays. But it just fucking wasn't, Jim. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I mean, 5 touchdowns, but 182 yards at a 5.5 pass per play. Like, no, fucking sure. And only to get 296 yards on 48 attempts for Lawrence. 48 attempts and you end up with 7 points, Jim. So I thought, all right, cool. It's going to be like a defensive bloodbath. They're just going to have all have been smothered. And even then, like, not really. I mean, the Jags didn't get any fucking sacks and, a couple of passes defense and Stokes lost. But, like, I was the Rams that just fucking took over this, right? The Rams defense just fucking got everything sorted with a, 7 sacks, 11 passes defense, and 11 quarterback hits and 10 passes defense. So
it was 28-0, and I remember I was watching the when you sort of you fang through like the highlights or whatever, and it just sort of goes from like I want to say maybe the third touchdown for the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, and then it goes to the fourth quarter. I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And literally nothing happened in the third quarter. And I'm like, I had to go back and check, and I wrote it down, and it's like the third quarter goes punt, downs, punt, downs, punt, 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 punt. I told you this is just punishing the UK for like the War of Independence or some shit at some point. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, Rams look good. The big thing, I guess, for me and for fantasy folks out there, Travis Hunter got his first touchdown, so that's kind of good. It's worth giving up your unprotected first-round pick next year to go and get a bloke who's not a great receiver or a great cornerback, apparently, in the NFL.
No.
Oh, geez. Anyway, good on him. But yeah, Devontae Adams absolutely crushed it. 3 touchdowns. Matt Stafford doing good. Rams, good team. New Orleans 14, Chicago 26. I took Chicago in this one. You took New Orleans in the picks, and I felt so fucking good about that pick. Halfway through this game, just watching Spencer Rattler outside, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not good. And then, like a couple of minutes, you look like, geez, maybe they're going to get back into the up. No, he's thrown another interception. Sweet. And Chicago's defense is so bad, it gives everyone a chance, like, to get in back in every game. But they also did just keep catching the balls that Spencer Rattler kept throwing to them. So whatever. They got their run game going again. Chicago just looked really good. This was a professional win and one that, like, if you're a Bears fan, you're like, fuck, we won this. Are we good? I don't know. But we didn't lose, so that's good.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, I didn't actually look at the stats at the end of this one, but it felt like as I was watching it, DJ Moore was kind of everywhere again. And you're like, yes, you should use him, Caleb Williams. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I've bet on Roma Dunze to score. Yes, son of a bitch. He ended up with 31 yards. Yeah, DJ Moore, 3 receptions, 43, but it's like very, very spread out. Caleb Williams only 172 total yards in the end, but they just sort of dominated the game with Swift 124. It felt like he was breaking shit off at left, right, and center. Olave had the 2 just big catches over the top of everything. And Chicago's defense, look, if you're a decent team, I think you beat Chicago. If you're like, they almost should be like the NFL's line of demarcation this year. Like, if you can beat them, you're okay. If they can beat you, you're shit, right?
Yeah.
They're the perfect, happy, balanced middle. Because if your offense can work in any way, shape, or form, you should probably even beat Chicago, I reckon. But anyway.
I've seen enough. I said at the beginning of this season, there's absolutely no way. I can't see anything positive about the Saints that would have me pick them. And then this week, I went about against my own stuff because they'd shown a bit of pluck, and the Bears had shown an ability to fall off the wagon. So I'm like, you know what? They'll keep it just close enough. So I think it was, I can't even remember what the spread was, but I was like, you know what? They're going to keep this close. It's always like some long pass to Olave or Shaheed, and that happened. It was Olave to this week. And, Kamara couldn't get going, like 11 carries for 28 yards on the ground. You're like, fuck, the things that I thought that they would do just to keep them close enough just never fucking happened.
Yep. Bit of a weird one. Anyway, that's how it goes. Right. New England 31, Tennessee 13. Not going to lie, they had us there in the first half for a bit. But then towards the end of the first half, Drake May went, right, fuck it, that's enough of this. I think that was the booty over-the-top pass. Yeah. I think my favorite thing about Drake May, Gaz, is those long balls are so fucking pretty.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when you're throwing it to, like, Diggs and Booty and you just like Demario Douglas, you're like, yeah, get him, Pops. It's just remarkable that they're catching them, but they're so well thrown that you're just watching them going, oh, yes. So that's kind of nice. I enjoyed that. But Tennessee are not very good. They lost Simmons halfway through this game, and I'm like, aha, we're going to curb stomp them. Then, like, Cam Ward just fucking dropped the ball. And we had a defensive touchdown. The game was over. But most of this, it felt like, was it was the most efficient throwing game by a Patriots quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Gary,
yeah.
Gary, did you know that the Patriots used to have a pretty fucking good quarterback?
That's overrated.
The greatest of all time, I say. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Enjoyed it, but that was just another sort of professional win where you sort of, like, I was worried about the Mike McCoy interim dead coach bounce a little bit, but that was so much more balanced out by Mike Vrabel being a good coach and wanting just so much revenge and kicking the fuck out of him. And what bugged me the most...
It looked like there was kind of possibly a chance, Jim. Kind of a strip sack mid pass that the ball just got taken out of Cam Ward's hands and just run 15 yards straight into the end zone. Like, that's a touchdown. And Cam Ward just sat there like, what the fuck just happened? What? Anyway, there you go. Welcome to the NFL, rookie.
That's it. I spent most of that game just waiting for the dumb Cam Ward interception. He had one, right? And then there's like the fumble, which we run in. But yeah, Drake May ends up 21 of 23. That's pretty bloody good. 2 touchdowns. Just an incredible efficiency. Ramondre still sucks. We still can't run the fucking ball. Ramondre ends up with 88 yards on the ground, but that's on 18 carries. And it felt like every time they just handed the ball to him, he like got hit behind the line of scrimmage again and again. I'm like, can we just give it to Trevion? What are you doing? But anyway, good win. Happy with that. The booty catch was awesome. There was just lots of fun shit in this one. So the Hooper one, good times. Good win. Miami, 6. Cleveland, 31. This game sucked. just Brown's defense fucking crushed him. You had, 3 touchdowns for Judkins? He was like...
He's gone off his head.
His second one, he just like walked in untouched. It was fucking absurd from Miami. And then Miami, like every time they sort of gave the ball to Achane, something happened. But then DJ Mikey McDee's like, nah, that seemed like too much of a good idea. Let's give it to Tua to throw another interception. He had 3 of them on the day. Felt like he could have had another 2. I think there was a couple of drops from Cleveland as well. The pick 6. This was a disaster. I'm going to talk about it again later, but Miami are fucking horrible. Like, ugh. The Browns defense at home as well. Like, you don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
We both landed on Cleveland maybe. But I was like, that was probably one of my, I don't know, most confident bets of the morning. I've just like had them at like -2.5. And you're like, I think they're going to fucking kill them. And they did. So that was good. And Cleveland's defense, awesome. Miami, shithouse. Tua didn't know what the fuck he was doing. It was like throwing the ball. He's just like, I'm
weird.
I don't want to get hit. Oh God. It's raining. They didn't like that at all. So yeah, anyway.
100 yards and 3 picks. I mean, this is a guy that they were like, when he was sober, let's call it sober, when he was knocking cast, they were putting up ridiculous yards with Tyreek and Waddle. And like that offense was, when it was humming, it was out of control. So to see that go to 100 yards and 3 interceptions with no touchdowns for an entire game is fucking wild. And it's not like this was a 1-5, sorry, yeah, 1-5 Browns team at the time. So it wasn't like they were playing anyone as close to the playoffs. So yeah, it's fucking weird. Anyway, where's Tua going from here?
I don't know.
Like,
to back up somebody and just, it's gross.
When Waddle's on his way out, this is full rebuild phase right there. We said that at the beginning of the year that everyone who was on their way out was throwing hand grenades. Right? It's a shit place to be. It's toxic, blah blah blah. And now it's just it's coming home to roost in a big way. But anyway, in positive news, Stefanski gets another week. So
Nice. I think he's fine. I just think that offense is just a bit of a mess. What are you going to do?
But for how many years, Jim? How many years do we just go, well, it's just the offense. It's just the offense. Right? They've invested in what? Like a free agent, a couple of draft picks, pulled Joe Flacco out of retirement. Like, how many cracks do they have at this quarterback game?
Well, the greatest thing is the meme from a couple of weeks ago, which is like the shopping list meme, right? Like the
of course.
the QBs getting paid by Cleveland this year. It's like, help me, my family's starving. It's like you're spending $1,500 a week on candles. Yeah, and like the $35 million next to Deshaun Watson's name is just hilarious because everything else tops out at like $2 million. Anyway, we'll do 2 shit games back to back here. Las Vegas 0, Kansas City 31. Shutout.
Wow.
First time ever for Andy Reid. This got so bad that the Raiders basically gave up. They gave up at the end of the first half. They gave up going at the end of the game. They let Kansas City kneel out the game, and then they just gave up as well without trying. It was absurd. It was absolutely absurd. That was just like an old bloke just going, I'm just going home. I'm just sick of this. He just cracked it. He's just like, nah, this is fuck. We're going home. They had no yardage. Geno gets sat. Kenny Pickett's out there. He's like, what do you have? Like an interception or a fumble or some shit. Almost like right out of the gate. It was crazy. But yeah, Kansas City just smashed him. Rashee Rice came back. He looked unreal. 2 touchdowns. Felt like Mahomes was feeding him for a bit there too. But also, the best thing about this one, we just never see Kansas City play daytime games, it feels like, anymore. Right? Like all of their shit's primetime. And this is like blazing sunshine, October, autumn football. Everyone in that fucking Arrowhead Stadium's like in red. It looked unreal. Like, it was very, very cool. I'm like, we kind of don't get enough of this now. It's weird. They're too popular. And then the other one, Carolina 13, Jets 6, brutal to watch.
I just wanted before you moved on, I know there's nothing but, I saw absolutely zero of the Kansas City Raiders game. But when you look at that scoreline, I thought there must be a lot of turnovers, but there was one, right? And I looked at the total number of offensive plays, and that's the main stat that I wanted to look at. There was only 29 offensive plays for the Raiders.
And I believe
18 pass attempts and 11 runs. GT only ran the ball 6 times. That's fucking insane.
So that's how many plays they had, and I'm pretty sure that's as many first downs as Kansas City had. Like,
Holy shit.
it's just an insane
Wow.
number. Like, the comparison is just absurd. Like, they were just so
Yep.
like pathetic that, yeah, it was horrible. Uh, it's also why like Genty was like easy sort of decision to bench this week for like Supercoach and stuff. It's just like I can't do it against Kansas City because
Yep.
unless they're playing someone shit, I don't want to start him. But
And Rashid Rice his 2 touchdowns since being back. Like fucking hello.
crushing it. Carolina 13, Jets 6. Panthers got a road win. We mentioned this the other day. 3-0 on at home, 0-3 on the road. They look great in those uniforms. The Jets are horrible. They had another fuck up at the end of the first half, same as last week, right? Where they just didn't end up running a play. They did the same thing again this week. They're just like, oh, no, no. They didn't get the ball back at the end of, like in the next half. They just like, oh, nah, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do. It's like you're getting heads kicked in. What are you doing? And then they were kind of like still within, like in the game towards the end. And you're like, how is this the only 1-score game left in the early slate? But Aaron Glenn, he's out there looking as confused as everybody else. They waste the end of the first half. They go, fuck this. They bench Jazzy Fields. In comes Tyrod Taylor. And for a minute, you're like, oh, bit of a spark. And then you're like, yeah, no, this is still pretty shit. And Carolina did enough. Like, Leggett, McMillan, like, they're just good targets. McMillan didn't have a massive day or anything, but there was a couple of penalties drawn by McMillan, etc. And like the two-headed monster of their running backs of your man Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, pretty handy. Like they did pretty good work. So good job by Carolina. They're 4-3. That's insane. That's absolutely crazy. But anyway, your team, Philly 28, Minnesota 22. Carson Wentz, he loves the Eagles so much he kept them in this game. What else happened, Gaz?
It was really strange. We went down the field the first time. The running backs seemed to be doing okay. Like a couple of decent. I think the first 5 rushes. Saquon was at 25 yards, which is more than he had. 5 yards a rush had been more than he had all season. First drive went really well. Carson did some Carson things. He was moving the ball around. That was great. Got down there, 40-yard pass. Addison, fucking hello. We knew we were in trouble because of our secondary was a bit shitty anyway, and a bit injured and a bit banged up. But the story about the game and what kept everything in this was really the Vic Fangio defense. They had 6 trips in the red zone and only scored 1 touchdown. Which is pretty fucking crazy. But Wentz was Wentz in terms of his escapability was fucking awesome. Some of his passes were fucking, you're like, oh shit, like that's fucking awesome. But then there'd just be passes where he's like just completely missing people. 2 interceptions as you fucking get. And then the Eagles kind of stopped for a big chunk of this game, like 3 and outs again. Then they came out after the second half and just went, you know what? We're just going to try some of these bomb plays. The longest touchdown longest Eagles touchdown offensive play since 2014. The longest offensive touchdown of Mickey Sriracha at 79 yards. And fucking Smitty had the most receiving yards from an Eagle fucking ever. And all of a sudden, the Eagles look competent. What didn't really help is we've lost again some injuries in the middle of that offensive line, and they kept trying to run up the middle. So Saquon, after that first drive, really could do fuck all. We had no run game, and they just moved to the pass game. Hurts ended up 19 of 23 for 326 yards, 14.3 yards per attempt. Jim, he was averaging 20 yards a pass in the second half. He had 300 yards in the second half, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The first perfect quarterback rating of the season and only the 3rd one in Eagles history. So I'm not going to say we're back, but I'm glad to have seen the guys actually get involved. Both wide receivers over 100 yards and over a touchdown each against this fucking pretty good defense. But yeah, a combination of our defense keeping us in it and Carson Wentz keeping us in it. And look, happy to just get back in the win column.
the Minnesota side of things. So the Hawkinson non-catch was like a big thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he had the ball. It was an amazing
Yeah.
catch. But it bubbles as he's hit the ground after it's hit the ground, right? So it sucked in.
That's the rule. Yep.
But the amount of times that Carson Wentz overthrew or just like fucked up a possession, well, as you mentioned, all those red zone trips, I have never been more fucking frustrated. Watching a game I literally did not fucking care about. I'm like, what are you doing, you ginger fuck? Oh, God, this is why everyone hates us. Like, what are you doing? The Justin Jefferson, like, they kept trying to force feed it to him while Addison was catching fucking everything thrown his way. And you're like, yeah, it's good, get Jefferson going, but just make them a bit fucking easier. Like, he's got two dudes draped over him. Meanwhile, on the flip side, AJ Brown is like fucking twice the size of like the fucking poor safety trying to cover him on like a big fucking route, and he just muscling dudes out of the road. It was wildly disappointing, I thought, from Minnesota from a defensive point of view. Like 2 weeks to prepare for this as well. And offensively, like Jordan Mason, that touchdown was pretty fucking lucky as well, right? Like he only just
barely fucking. I thought, don't tell me we've stopped them fucking again, but that was the only touchdown that got in. He just broke the plane.
They couldn't run. Like there was just not much really going on, and it was if you're a Vikings fan watching this, you're at home, an Eagles team that's been struggling. You're coming off a bye. You should win that game, and. This I hate this as well because this is going to color my approach to Minnesota for the rest of the fucking season too. Yeah. They piss me off so much. But anyway,
look, that mini buy was definitely. We've just got to limp to the buy now, but we had that mini buy and the week off that Giants game. Jalen Carter didn't play, and he been copping flack in the media about being unfit, and he's the one who was in Carson Wentz's face that caused the pick six. And then Makuba, the fucking Andrew Makuba, the rookie safety for us, is like he makes such good plays, but then he's such a fucking rookie. So he's the only defensive back with 2 interceptions this year, but also he whiffed on a Justin Jefferson tackle that like Jefferson went down the sidelines for like 50 yards. And that happened in the Giants game as well. Just didn't bring down players, and then he fucking has a crazy hit stick stop at the goal line. Like, all right, cool. I want to hate you because of the shit that you miss, but also, that was pretty fucking good. So, anyway. It
was a fun game. It was chaos.
It was fun. It was.
Even more fun, though, was Giants 32, Denver 33. An insane, amazing game to the point where one of the great graph games of all time. You know how they post the win probability?
The 99 and
99.9998. That sort of shit. But the good stats as well, right? The first time in 1,602 games when anyone has ever lost while leading with 18 and 6 minutes to go. Like, it's absurd. But 0 points in the first 3 quarters for Denver. This is the first time anyone has ever scored 33 points in a quarter after being shut out in the first 3 quarters. Like, it's fucked. I talked about the play-by-play in the London game. The play-by-play in the just for Denver's side of the ball in this game was just absolutely off its head, because I believe by the time you get to that fourth quarter, because essentially it's like punt, 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 downs, punt, punt, touchdown, 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 field goal. It is absolutely unreal. And that comes after Jackson Dart runs in that final touchdown for the Giants, and you're like, oh my God. And in the back of your brain, you're like, there's too much time. There's too much.
But it even went back before that, Jim, because like there was the play that was like, oh, the drive's nearly over. And then it was the pass interference call. And then it gets down, and then Sean Payton argues with it. He works out on the field, gets an unsportsmanlike on the coach. So it takes it to the one that gets punched in, and then they miss the fucking point after.
The point after
really, that was the killer.
The point after is absolutely crazy and just adds to the story. Like, it was absurd that they missed that, but it was such a crazy fucking game, right? Like, it's literally what, 19-0. They score. Giants score again, 26-8. You're like, they just can't get back into this game. Oh, God, they score again. And they get the interception. They score. They punt. They score. Giants score again on the dart one, and then it goes all the way back down. Will Lutz kicks a field goal, and they win the fucking game. Bo Nix is off his head. He's just off his head. Like, watching him play these games. So, now looking at this through the lens of, like, the Patriots maybe feasibly playing in the playoffs at some point as some sort of seed, just because so much of the AFC is just so weird and shitty. If we make it, I'm like, I have absolutely no fucking thoughts on, like, if you were playing Denver in a playoff game, would you feel vaguely confident if you're any team in the AFC? It's like, that defense is pretty solid, but then the Giants just rang up 32 on them at home. I don't fucking know. This is my big question. Is anyone good? We don't know. It's fun. This game was insane. Absolutely insane. It was so entertaining, so crazy. And, like, a great uniform matchup. That classic sort of Giants one. You've got the beautiful Denver one in Mile High. It was great. Indy 38, Chargers 24. Not as fun. And that Chargers all yellow uniform, I thought I'd like it. I hated it. That's why they lost. Prove me wrong. Jonathan Taylor had another 3-touchdown game. He's got more 3-touchdown games this season alone than the Jets do.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, right.
Pittman and Warren had touchdowns as well. They both look really good. Warren looks amazing. But the Chargers fought back, and Juzzy Herbs will do that, right? He sort of gave him a chance. They were still in this with like 4 minutes to go, and then it felt like every time they were doing anything, that was like on 4th down, and their defense was a mess, which is probably the big concern. And you're looking at Harbaugh going, but your defense is meant to be the decent part of your team. And again, injuries to that O-line. Joe Alt was meant to come back. He didn't end up playing. Quentin Johnson came back, but there's still suddenly Herbs is just not getting it out quick enough and all that sort of stuff. So it was a frustrating watch if you like the Chargers like I did. And otherwise, I was just a bit disappointed in the Chargers.
Yeah, look, they came back a bit. I mean, it was 20-3 at halftime. And I thought, I've just stopped paying attention because I'm like, this is fucking chewing the rack time. But they showed a bit of fight, but like, I think Indy just kept them at arm's length, right? And then all of a sudden, just Shane Steichen. Look, how's that for coach? He's got to be coach of the year at this point, right?
Probably. I mean, yeah, it was crazy. What an awesome display by them, though. Like, it felt like Jonathan Taylor's just running through fucking nothing, it felt like at times. And they crushed them. Went into their house, kicked their ass.
They might need Joe Alt back, mate. I'm not going to lie. 15 quarterback hits to go with 3 sacks, and then another 4 tackles for loss. But so Jazzy was under the pump 18 times. Like, fucking hell.
As I keep yelling about, someone just protect my beloved Juzzy. Right, 22, the Commanders, 44, Dallas. The sun's shining directly in the center's eyes. I'm Jared Jones. I made it like this. This is what it's like to be. God damn. It's just Dallas building your stadium that way. You're an embarrassment. But CD Lamb came back, didn't miss a beat, looked amazing. Jayden going down was just an all-time vibes killer for the Commanders, obviously. Mariota came in, was a bit shit.
Yep.
And the Daron Bland pick 6 was like the nail in the coffin for this, but Pickens just was dominating. He's like, is that Lattimore? Fucking wicked. Check this out. And Dallas, look, this is it. Like, I think the Washington defense is old and slow. I think that's kind of my vibe on this. Dallas's offense is fucking really high-powered and really good. We know that. And
that's three games in a row for Dak of 3 touchdowns, no picks.
So good. He's so bloody good. So, crushed it. Like, I don't really have much more to say. Like, the receivers were fantastic. Jonathan Williams just got the ball rolling as well, and they rolled from there, and they just fucking steamrolled the Commanders.
It was consistent. They outscored them in every single quarter.
Yeah.
So there was not even a whimper. I'm sure it'll come back. I'm sure fucking Daniels will have that date circled for the second game. And it's tough for Dallas coming up because they've still got to play. They've still got Chiefs, Lions, a few of those games coming up. So it's not an easy slate where that defense won't be exposed again. So Dak's going to need his weapons and to stay on top of this because there's going to be a few shootouts coming up by the look of it.
Yep. Then we had Green Bay, Arizona, 27-23. Absolute thievery by the Packers. I barely led all game.
I thought they were going to fucking, yeah.
I fully expected the Packers to smash them.
Yep.
And right out of the gate, you're like, this is just, it's not very good. What the fuck? Josh Jacobs was sick before the game. He still came in and scored 2 touchdowns. That's what he does now. But it feels like they're underutilizing Tucker Kraft at times. He's that fucking good. Every time they throw the ball to him, he's awesome. He had 58 yards. But they couldn't stop Trey McBride. It felt like they were spamming the McBride button. Brisket was awesome again. It's like, is he better than Kyler Murray? What the fuck? And Bam Knight goes out. It just felt like the Cardinals were up for the challenge at home, as you'd expect. And the Packers just kind of weren't, which was a bit disappointing because you're meant to be good. Are you good? Don't know. And they pulled this out of their ass, right?
Arizona became the first team in NFL history to lose 3 consecutive games while leading by 7 points in the fourth.
Jesus.
Consecutive games.
Yeah, they turn it over on downs the last 2 times they have the ball and go from up, 20-13 going into the fourth quarter, and then boom, they just end up losing 27-23. It was crazy. And so, yeah, Jacobs runs in the last one, the Tucker Kraft touchdown at the start of the fourth, I think it was. Yeah, it felt like it was inevitable, and then they got it, and you knew they were back in the game. Arizona didn't have enough. It was crazy. It was weird. Marvin Harrison did end up playing as well in this, which is kind of weird. Meant to be out with a concussion, but got out there, had 1 big pass, and there wasn't much else. But anyway,
Micah's first 3-sack game.
And what's this? 5 straight losses now for Arizona, which is crazy, by a combined 13 total points.
We knew they were going to be shit, though.
Well, I thought they were going to be decent, and they were just
nah.
It's so frustrating. But anyway, Sunday Night Football, Atlanta 10, San Francisco 20, absolute arm wrestle. The way that they pitched this as well, it's a battle of the running backs. Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson, they're mates. They train together. It's fucking great. Awesome. And then they were both amazing, and that was really fun and really cool. The problem was Atlanta's quarterback was just not very good either. Penix has got a weird doof face, I reckon. It's just, there's a hint of doof to it. And and when it goes bad and you've got the doof face,
it's real bad.
It gets real bad real quick, right? But McCaffrey just fucking curb stomped them. He was so good. He did everything. It was crazy. They got Kittle back. Mac Jones is still out there doing his thing. But yeah, this was all McCaffrey. He just ran over the top of them, was catching everything. He fucking, what did he end up on in terms of actual stats? Because it was absolute.
129 on the ground and 72 in the air. 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy.
Domination.
So, great game by him. Everything else, it's just, I felt more there were moments where Drake London was just catching everything. Bijan was running over dudes. And then they were like, oh, this is the bit where we'll give it to Tyler Algier. And he runs into 8 dudes all at once. And you're like, well, that got you 2 yards. What are you doing, idiots? And Penix would sail another ball. The one that really got me was the Penix doof face after the intentional grounding that ended the first half with the 10-second runoff. It's like, what the oh, you dummy. And when you've got the doof face combined with doing dumb shit, you're just like, what? Oh, that's not a vibe I'm here for. So Penix kind of fucked him a bit, and then he ended up getting hurt as well. And you're like, this is just a cacophony of shithousery. So Atlanta on the road. I think this is the thing, right? Love at home. On the road, I'm just a bit, what are you going to do? Anything else on that one? What do you reckon?
No, not too much. It's just Mac Jones is doing enough to keep them. It's just weird that this 49ers team keeps winning with the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
The hospital pass that is, Anyway, the hospital ward, the MASH ward is what I was trying to look for. Yeah.
That's pretty good. All right. What else do we have? We had the Monday night football games, Tampa Bay versus our beloved. So Tampa Bay versus the Lions. I said this in the picks video on Friday. You had Detroit. I'd talked myself out of Detroit into Tampa Bay on the show last week and instantly regretted it watching this game. Like within the first couple of minutes, I'm like, what am I doing? I should just never go against Detroit at home. That's just, I felt like a fucking moron because I am. But it was, the Bucs look sluggish. They've got no receivers. And you're kind of like, well, Baker will kind of make it work. And he couldn't. They just couldn't do anything. And when Jahmyr Gibbs is like ripping off that 78-yard touchdown and getting in for another one, I think it was Amon Ra had the first one too. They were everywhere. Like they had the safety weird
200 yards from scrimmage for Gibbs. Yeah.
It was awesome. So it was just too good. They smashed him. This is the thing. Like Amon Ra got them going. He sort of needed a little bit of a kick in the ass, I think, and he sort of gave it to them and off they went. So smashed them 24-9 in the end. And the Bucs kind of kept fighting, but the Mike Evans hit and the injury where he's like broken a collarbone and a concussion. It looked fucking horrible. It looked gross. I hated that Joe and Troy
coming back as well. Fuck. Yep.
Joe and Troy are like, we don't know what has happened here. It's like, I don't know. He's probably got some sort of brain trauma after he's wanged his fucking head on the ground extremely hard and then laid there, not moving. Fuck. What are we doing? Jesus. And yeah, so anyway, that sucked. Igbuka, as I said earlier, didn't look right there. No Bucky Irving. It was a bit of a shit spot for Tampa Bay, I guess. And Detroit, this was like the get right game. Because like even I figured like Rashad White might get going and sort of fuck them up. And if Egbuka's out there and Mike Evans is out there as well against that, just we've got nobody. We've got dudes off the street secondary of the Lions. Maybe they could move the ball. No, none of it happened. So good job by the Lions. And then Houston, Seattle, 19-27. And I don't know if I've been angrier at a QB than CJ Stroud this year. Like, he's just... Is he just... Again, Houston away from home as well. I think that's the thing. I can't do that either now. Like, you fucked me. And we sort of... They'd won, 2 in a row going into this one after losing their first 3. They got right at home, go on the road, and he was just all over the fucking shop. Just the scrambling and not knowing what the fuck he's doing. I'm like, this is just infuriating. 23 of 49 he was passing for 229 yards, sacked 3 times, an average of 4.7 yards in the air. Just horrible.
Not great.
He was their leading rusher.
Yeah. And Nico went off kind of towards the end as well. That didn't help when you're trying to make the comeback.
I expected like a Schultz touchdown at some point. That never happened. Nico, it felt like he and JSN should be having this awesome like wide receiver battle. Only JSN rocked up. He was incredible. 123 yards, touchdown every time. It felt like, and Darnold threw another perfect pass to JSN. It's like, yeah. CJ, can you do that with Nico? What the fuck are you doing? And so Nico ended up with 27 on 10 targets. He had 4 catches. Because
even when they were like...
He's the dude.
Towards the end when it was like, I think it was, at that stage, it was like 27-13 or something like that. Or it might have been 12, they scored again. But they were like, got it down to the 1. And I'm like, just punch it in. Maybe I'm just got some assumptions as I'm, team tush push. But like you've got it at the 1, right? Surely you're just going to punch it in. But no, it was like play, action, play, miss. Go with it. And then it was a false start. And then it put it back to the 6. And then once again, play, action, play, kind of overshot the receiver. I'm like, fucking hell, you were like 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
It was
punch the ball in. And it was your running back that busted through the crowd and got you to the 1. Give him the fucking ball. You're trying to make a comeback here. Do the safe play and let's fucking get the ball back. So that was just 5 minutes ago.
I think that's leader in the clubhouse for like most infuriating player to watch this year has been CJ Stroud. Like it is like all of their games are like this as well. And so Penix has sort of got like, as I said, sort of a little bit of the doof face. CJ Stroud just looks like confused. and like a little bit upset, like at all times. He's just like, I don't want to say scared, but it's like a little bit upset and a little bit confused. And he's like, where did that come from? And you're like, I don't think that's good of you to be thinking that. Like, it's terrifying. Anyway, Seattle looked incredible. Their defense is fantastic. Darnold is just super fucking solid. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Charbonnet and Walker were pretty good, but JSN is like maybe the best receiver in the NFL non-Jamar Chase division. Like, he's been incredible. So,
yeah,
good win for Seattle. They're 5-2, and like the most quiet 5-2 I think in the NFL right now.
Yeah, not if you know any Seahawks fans.
Anyway, there you go. Speaking of 5-2 teams, let's do some yeah nahs. Hey, before we do that one, is Jordan Love any good, Gaz? Yeah nah.
I think so, but we kind of expected him to be better. Like, I don't know, some consistency and some wide receivers not getting injured and fucking being in and out would be nice. But like, yeah, he's good, but you just want that consistency. And we're expecting him after week one going, and they took down the Lions. We're like, fucking here we go, it's their year. There was just a couple of extra spots on defense that you needed, which were filled in by one Micah Parsons, and we're like, they're gonna fucking dominate. Super Bowl, here we come. And then, yeah, it's not been super consistent, hey.
No. Right. A bunch of 5-2 teams. Let's start at the top of the NFC. So are the Packers 4-1-1? Are they any good? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think so. Once again, it's just a consistency, right? I think all of the teams on your list, as I'm going just jumping down your list, I'm like, any given Sunday, Jim. So, yes, right. Let's go with yes for the Packers.
Let's go. We're really fucking quick then because there's so many 5-2 teams. Niners, Are they any good? Yeah, no.
Yeah, you have to say yes, but I feel like they're like one foul thing about falling off a cliff.
Smoke and mirrors. I think that's probably the most smoke and mirrors of the 5-2 teams. Eagles. Yeah. Are they any good? Yeah, no. 5-2.
I'm not ready to call it. I've got my second Giants game. I want to limp into the bye, and then I want a good solid couple of weeks to get healthy and then get this offensive line back. So I think we can be. I'm not saying we are.
Tampa Bay, 5-2. Any good? Yeah, no.
Yeah, but they have to stay healthy. They've been the most, them and the Niners have been just the most bullshit injured fucking 5-2 out there. So, yeah, Tampa Bay should be good if they can keep everyone healthy. But we've just seen Mike Evans go down for an extended period of time. So, fucking hell.
I can't believe how long this list goes. Lions 5-2. I'm pretty sure they're good. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, they're good. They'll be fine.
Seahawks. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, Rams 5-2.
Yeah, but they're good. They've still got like as long as Stafford's back holds up, you know, Adams. They've shown that they can still keep running with teams even with Puka out. But he's only going to add some spice as they get healthy. But that defense is all of a sudden real fucking good.
There is also another 2-loss team there in the NFC. That's Chicago, and they're 4-2 as well. It's crazy.
Yeah.
As I said,
I
think they're the perfect middle team. The 5-2 teams in the AFC, the Patriots, are they any good?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking take your lid off, Jim. Like, I'm fucking.
You can't take the lid off. Yeah, I mean, beating shit teams. You can't.
Yeah.
The lid stays on. We beat the Bills, but I don't know if we're about to begin to the Bills because they're 4-2. Like, I don't even know if they're good. So the lid stays firmly on. Like, yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. The Broncos 5-2. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think they're inconsistent as well, right? Like as you said, for the first half of the game, they tore us apart, and yet for the first half of the game, they're MIA against the fucking Giants, right?
Scatterbo just running through 20 dudes all at once,
and all of a sudden they just tighten up. Yeah.
Steelers are 4-2. Bills are 4-2. Are either of them good?
I'm not confident with either of those. I mean, if you were confident with the Steelers, we would have wiped out a Ravens team by now. Mm-hmm. But we still kind of haven't. We've been hanging on about wiping them out because the Steelers definitely look beatable, and now so do the Bills, right? So, yeah, like they're good, but we'll see if they can stay consistent.
All right, I got two last little ones. Are the Chiefs just going to win the fucking Super Bowl anyway?
Mate, they're turning they're turning at the right time. They're getting healthy and getting together, and that offense now looks ominous again. So if I was the West, I'd be like a little bit. I can, considering the Raiders, who we thought maybe they could challenge them with Gino. They're dog shit. Um, so yeah, and the Chargers are injured. Broncos are fucking inconsistent. Bills don't look amazing. And then the Chiefs are getting right fucking earlier than they normally would, right?
They're just going to win the Super. They're going to be in the Super Bowl again, and I'm fucking already annoyed. Last one is probably Washington. Are they now challenging Baltimore for the year from hell team? Because the Niners are 5-2. Like, I don't know
You
how.
can't really complain that.
It's crazy, right?
It's not cool. I mean, I don't think it's not gone as badly as Baltimore, but the expectations were certainly fucking up there to take the next step rather than a massive one backwards, and that's what it's looking like. Yeah.
That's what I kind of think, right? Like everything's sort of going just. They add Debo, but he's injured because he's Debo. McLaurin holds out, then gets hurt and is out, and then Jayden gets hurt again, and he's like, "This is," and like their defense. They sort of like spent up big last year, and then sort of you've got all these veterans, and suddenly it's like, oh yes, they are old and slow because they're old and slow.
Yeah,
it's just a bit shit. Anyway, good bloke of the week. Who are we going to buy a beer? Joe Flacco.
yeah,
that was awesome.
I'm not arguing with that one.
So awesome. It was like, I don't know, just throw the ball long to Jamar Chase and see what happens. That's fucking radical. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns, just fucking ran roughshod over the top of the Chargers. And so did Quinshon Judkins. 2 amazing, awesome 3 touchdown games. McCaffrey, just, as I said, that win against Atlanta was just him. Like he outscored Atlanta himself. He was incredible. And Will Lutz, I think, just because like it just stuck in my brain. I'm like, as he's kicking it, I'm like, just imagine after this insane comeback, if you missed that game-winning field
Oh,
goal.
for sure.
So we'll buy him a beer because he fucking hit it. Old mate, any other beers that you want to give out?
No. That's Flacco was mine.
All right. Flog of the week, old mate, no mates, DJ Mikey McD. Because not only did he have that stupid press conference, and then he had another one today where he was like, just hopefully Tua won't throw 10 interceptions next week. You're like, you fucking suck, dude. And then the other one was like Quinn Ewers is like played his first game basically out there doing shit, and he's just fucking blanked him like an arsehole. Like, not even like a couple of words of like, well done, pig. Like just anything. Like, right? Just help a brother out. That's fucking
what
a dickhead. Disaster of a press conference, disaster of a fucking game, a disaster of a fit. As I said, you can't get away with those glasses and those horrible pants of his when you're just getting your shit pushed in week on week. Like, it's just, what are you doing?
That's true.
The other one is the Giants kicker, McAtamey or whatever he was, just misses the PAT, which is what allowed the Broncos to kick the game-winning field goal.
That's it. That's the one. Like, as soon as I'm watching the highlights of the games this week and catching up on everything I said, I'm like, is there any worse? The team is running on 5. When Giants fans are coming out on the socials and saying, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me as a Giants fan, I'm like, this is the one? You've just lived through the last 3 years? And like, this is the thing that tipped you over the edge. A game where you've had a little bit of vibe, but you've had 3 years worth of pain, and then this is the one that tips you over the edge.
Absolutely amazing. Outback Takehouse. It's a flame grilled take for your Tuesday. That's right. Our special today is, well, we found a possum in the backyard last night and got the kids to beat it to death with a couple of cricket bats. Chucked her on the spit and boom. It's backyard roasted possum. Only at Outback. And today's flame grilled tank is Miami aren't going to fire DJ Mikey McD because it's the best way to fucking tank. Just by letting him do his fucking
Just do his thing.
Just do your thing, Mikey McD. That's just smart.
You'll be right.
Yeah. The other one is like JJ McCarthy. As I'm watching that game with fucking Carson Wentz just stinking up the joint, I'm like, if JJ McCarthy was healthy, would you have put him in? It's like, oh no, Philly's defense are probably just like pancaking him a couple of times. So it felt like this was the last of the sacrificial Carson Wentz starts. So I'm just saying, this is like the actual Outback Takehouse. Like, he's not actually injured. They just sat him after like his fucking horror show little run there. And they're like, all right, we'll take a beat. You'll be okay. chill after Philly will get you back out there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of were talking about that on the broadcast. Like, oh, look, he's the number of games that he's missed since being drafted and, effectively played two and then got injured again. And they're like, oh, I wonder how that ankle's going, right? Like, it's got to be at some point, right? Like, come on, show us what you got, bud. Yep.
The Aussie battler, the little Aussie battler of the week, I'll give that to Crawshaw. Was doing a lot of work there for Denver, punting his ass off. And then didn't get called on in the fourth quarter because they didn't punt again, which was incredible. It was just really, I think he got a shout out on the broadcast. Well, the punter from Australia, Jeremy Crawshaw. And you're like,
nice.
That was pretty good. And to wrap it all up before we, we'll have all the picks on the Thursday edition. Bit of Captain Fantasy. I think I was proven correct, I think, in the draft of your team with some of the picks I made this week. I'm just saying, like, AJ Brown goes off his head. Pacheco was solid. Nico was there and ready to go off, and they fucked him. Like, there's just a bunch of other stuff sort of going on where I'm like, I think I did an okay job here. CJ Stroud was fucking horrible.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Purdy got hurt. What are you going to do? But otherwise, I managed to pull off a win because of Jameer Gibbs going off his head. Very much helped, and obviously Devontae Adams as well. The weird thing that I had was like, because I've got Brock Bowers, I think he was like my second or third round pick. And I picked up Theo Johnson, the Giants tight end, and he got like one of those touchdowns in the second half. And I'm like, yes, this is fantastic. And was never heard from again. But anyway, I managed to pull out the win against All You Need Is Love. I think Tavis, however, in our NFL Straya Legends League is still unbeaten, like 7-0.
Yeah, right.
He's just running roughshod over everybody. So bit of a tough one for us. Supercoach-wise, though, Jim does Supercoach. We'll be doing NFL still. NBA Supercoach is ready and raring to go as well, which is fucking fun as. But I think I'm still top 1%. I think I'm 411th overall in NFL Supercoach. I took a little bit of a beating this week, but the big problem I had was that I had Dunze with 8 points, Tet McMillan with 9 points, Nico Collins with 9 points,
oof,
and fucking Travis Hunter on my bench with 40.
Oh. And
Bijan, despite having an amazing game, ended up with 36. I had Gibbs on my bench, figuring he'd have a rougher top. Nope, he had 70. So that's where a bunch of that's an extra. If I just swap out some dudes, that's about an extra, I want to say 30. That's an extra 51 points on my total, which would have put me right up at the very pointy end of all the rankings. But anyway, 411 overall. Still feeling pretty good at top 1%.
That's pretty good.
Dropped 71 spots from last week, but should be good. So you can follow all of that on Jim Does Supercoach. Yeah, NBA Supercoach as well. Righto, our Week 8 picks will all be in the Thursday edition. All right, but that's it for episode 135 of NFL Straya. That was fun. What a fun, weird week. Week 7, I love this. You know me, this is my favourite time of the NFL year. This is when the real sickos are just like locked in. And I'm loving it. So make sure you're following us on Facey, Twitter, IG, TikTok, YouTube, all the good stuff. Jump in the comments, say g'day. Drop some nars as well if you want us to answer any questions. Jump on Jim Does Supercoach or the Supercoach Kid. NBA Straya is back with a vengeance. I think we're doing 3 shows a week, but we're doing videos every single day. So lots of stuff still coming. Rate, review, star, subscribe on all your podcast apps. You know how to do that. It's 2025. I don't have to tell you how to do it. Come on. Grow up. Big thanks always go to House Hats for the intro and outro song. They rule as well. Go check them out. And Gaz, you got some plugs? How'd you go on the old catfish?
Terrible, Jim. I have been terrible. My picks in this are better, and I'm picking against the against the spread. So I haven't won any of them yet, but I'm sure I'll make sure that Gino feeds me a free cheesesteak before the end of the year. I can't miss out on all of them.
So that's cheesesteaktipping.com. Go to
cheesesteaktipping.com.
You can win yourself a free cheesesteak, and I believe they're also doing a big thing at the Catfish this Friday for the Vikings game as well. Post about that this week. So Catfish.
Yeah, because Kieran down in Caddy fucking loves the Vikes, so fucking getting in there.
Vikings at Chargers on Friday morning.
There you go.
What's that, an 11:15 start, I think, for that game as well? Go get some cheesesteak in, get heroes. Off we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right, any other plugs?
No, that's it for me. My block's boring. I'm on the road all the time working, Jim.
He's a working man. All right, there we go. That's it. We will catch you on Thursday for the pick show. So we'll catch you in a bit, you dickheads.
See you.
Later, Hosen.
Is this what I